Yeah, you want me to, I've been on here about age gaps multiple times now. And your situation, I don't see anything wrong with that. You're 25 years old, sound woman, 48. Now, if it would have been, if you would have said, oh, I was 19 and he was 42, then I would have been like, I would be like, was this a relationship you would be in still if you wouldn't have been 19 at the time? Because I just think a lot of things change in those few years when you are legal drinking age, and you can have more of those experiences as 19 to 25, 19 to even 23. Those things are a very big difference. So 25 to 48, yeah, I would never even blink twice at that.
I don't even think there's anything wrong with a 19-year-old necessarily. Like, are you talking about choosing to date or have sex with? Because young women have sex with older men, like, more than people are willing to admit.
Yeah, that's not sleeping with. You don't need anything in common with somebody except for both of legal age to sleep with someone, right? Yeah.
Right.
My thing was, when I came in here times before, I wouldn't even say, yeah, if you were 19 and he was 43 and it was like, a rare occurrence for him to be dating a 19-year-old, then people meet, shit happens. You could fall in love. There's weirder things happen every day, for sure. But if he was a 43-year-old man and you would be the fifth 19-year-old he's dated, I would have been like, why is he choosing to date only women who are still in their teens? I think that's where flags come, when it becomes a reoccurring thing for older men, because yeah, you can meet people younger and it could be an off chance, but yeah, it is a weird coincidence to me if you are above the age of 40 and you can consistently date people who aren't even of the legal drinking age in our country. Because she said we already established the dating versus sex. I'm saying dating. A man who chooses to date women who are 18 or 19 only, it does put a red flag in my mind of to why can't he date and be committed to women who have more experience.
It's not that he can't.
Than an 18 or 19.
It's not that he can't. It's just, and I mean, very few men who are in their 40s, I think, are attractive enough, whether that's physically, of finances, or status-wise, to be consistently dating 18-year-old, 19, 20, 21-year-old baddies. It's just biology.
We never
it's
said
evolution.
they were baddies either.
I wouldn't even say that.
They don't have to be baddies, but
I wouldn't even say that it's biology, because like attraction doesn't necessarily like work in that particular way. It just doesn't make sense to me how you're okay with an older man sleeping with a younger woman just to get his rocks off versus him being in an actual relationship with her.
I think it's weird too. Yeah, I think it's still weird.
So you think they're both weird?
I think they're both weird, yes, but I think it becomes more of an issue when, they're like seeking a partner only out of it, because
You're stupid.
Yeah, if an 18 or 19-year-old woman chooses to sleep with an older man, she's of legal consent of aging. She can do that. He's not, she can make that choice. But when it becomes a relationship, that's how I see manipulation and power dynamics can take play, because a relationship, obviously a lot more goes into it than just hooking up.
Well, I think like a relationship should be more meaningful than sex. Like
Exactly.
This doesn't make sense. Like, it's okay for her to give her body away to an older man to use it, but it's not okay for her to give her body away to an older man who takes care of her and wants to be in a relationship with her. Then he has to be manipulative. Like, that doesn't. I would argue that there's probably more manipulation to get her in the sack than it is to like have that long-term relationship.
I see your point.
No, you don't. You just in your feelings and you arguing emotionally. Because what Allie said makes perfect damn sense.
You must unlearn what you have.
Think about what she's arguing. She's basically trying to say that it's more acceptable for an older man to just want to sleep with younger women all the time, but it's not acceptable for an older man to consistently date women that are younger than him if he wants a long-term relationship.
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Y'all heard it.
What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Ron back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. I wanted to chime in on this topic because, as you know, I'm gonna be traveling again soon, and typically I'm dating women that are a lot younger than myself. If you look at my travel vlog channel, the woman that I was dating in the videos, the recent videos, she was actually 21. I'm actually turning 38 Monday, just to give y'all some perspective on where my mind is at. Because I want a woman that's younger, fertile, so I can start a family, and who has less baggage. Now, I'm gonna play another clip of a woman. I don't know who this is. I just happened to come across it randomly. And then we're going to go into the main event, and we're going to crush all this hypocrisy that the sisterhood don't never want to call out their own for, but they so quick to have feelings about this situation. Check this out.
Leonardo DiCaprio has been spotted with yet another very young girl. At this point, I'm not even really surprised, considering we keep seeing him with younger and younger women despite him getting older and older. But we have to acknowledge that this is pretty weird. Leonardo is 48 years old, which means he's almost 30 years older than this girl. For some context, Pedro Pascal is 47 and Bella Ramsey is 19. And David Harbour is 48 and Millie Bobby Brown is 18. Isn't it interesting that these men interact with these young girls as father figures? That's literally the role they play in TV shows. Like, I know we like to joke about his dating habits, but at this point it kind of feels like the law is the only thing keeping him in check.
Funny how she mentioned the law keeping him in check. And just to give y'all some context, the woman in the first video that was going back and forth with Allie, this is who she was referring to, because she, like she said, she's been on that show before talking about it. And as you guys know, Leonardo DiCaprio is infamous for dating women only 25 and younger. Once they reach 25, he usually gets rid of them and goes younger, and whatever the case may be, and women are in their feelings about it. All right, okay. Now, she mentioned the law, only thing keeping them in check, because these women are legal consent. And I find it real funny because when these women don't have the same energy when these women are looking for sugar daddies either. That's another hypocrisy that blows my mind. But what really blows my mind is the hypocrisy that I'm going to show y'all. And this is something that's hit the surface in the news like the last couple days, I think. And mind you, none of these, I'm like, women like her, they're not even talking about this on her channel. Check this out. Alright, so no prison time for 31-year-old woman who gave birth to a baby after graping a 13-year-old boy. Colorado Springs, Colorado. A 31-year-old Colorado woman who graped a 13-year-old boy and became pregnant with his child will not serve any time in prison due to a plea agreement she recently struck with prosecutors. Now, I want y'all to digest that for a second. Think about the first two clips that I showed you guys. You don't see women in mass getting in their feelings about this. 13-year-old boy. But these are the same women that are in their feelings about men dating women that are younger of legal, I repeat, legal age.
Get the French toast out of here.
And getting into relationships. This woman literally had a 13-year-old's baby and she's 31. And if y'all and just to give y'all a heads up, when that kid turns 18, she's actually, from what I've heard before in previous stories like this, she's allowed to try to put him on child support.
You can't make this shit up.
That's the real screwed up part about it. Let's continue. Andrea Serrano, 31, admitted to having you-know-what with a 13-year-old victim and subsequently gave birth to a baby boy, KKTV reported. According to her 2022 arrest affidavit, Serrano told investigators her child's 13-year-old father viewed her as a mother figure. Imagine that. Bruh. Just like the woman in the previous video who said these guys are looked at as father figures. Imagine that. Wow. What are the odds, man? She was initially charged with, y'all see that there, against a child, because I got to be careful with YouTube, man. Child under the age of 15 by one in a position of trust, and a second count of, against a child. But prosecutors recently dropped those charges down to a single count of incest, which does not carry mandatory prison time. Incest? I thought incest was when it's with somebody you related to. Ain't that what incest is? Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Okay. Serrano pleaded guilty to the lower charge on February 16th. Damn, so this is pretty recent. This is about 3 weeks ago, give or take. The plea agreement stipulates the child will not be sentenced. The child, yeah, y'all see it, will not be sentenced to prison as a result of her conviction. Because I don't want to keep saying it over and over again, because you got to put the G in front of it, otherwise YouTube try to strike you. She will be required to register as a ex-offender for life and faces 10 years of life or ex-offender intensive supervision probation. The victim's mother blasted the plea bargain and begged Colorado 4th Judicial Judge William Moeller not only to allow her sons, you know what I'm saying, to avoid prison time. She, Serrano, my 13-year-old son, she introduced him to drugs. Wow, she needs to be in jail. The victim's a mother figure. Okay.
Hey, wait a minute, what the hell?
The victim's outraged mother told the court it's a double standard. If she was a man and my son was a girl, she would be behind bars right now. Facts. Facts. And there's not a man that would disagree with that. But you don't see women over here screaming at the rooftops about this. But y'all in y'all feelings about Leonardo DiCaprio dating women that are between the ages of 18 and 25. That's legal. But Moeller ultimately accepted the lenient plea agreement. He also refused to establish any custodial or child visitation requests pertaining to the infant and referred the victim's family to the Department of Human Services to assist those issues. The victim family said they plan to push for custody of his son. Good luck with that. Serrano, who is currently caring for the infant, has been out on $70,000 bond since July of 2022. Damn, so this happened that long ago? Moeller allowed her to remain out of jail until her sentencing hearing, which he set for May 18th. In addition to the case, Serrano also has 2 misdemeanor cases pending in the same judicial district for allegedly violating an of protection order. Trial, imagine that. Those trial cases are set on my birthday, which is Monday. Oh my God. Alright, so that's that. So there you have it, man. And the sad part about it, I wouldn't even consider her unattractive. And you mean to tell me you couldn't deal with a man your age or a little bit older and get pregnant by him? I'm like, and these be the same women that are over here getting on Leonardo's case.
Emotional damage.
Double standard is real, and even the victim's mother called it out. So that right there tells you everything you need to know. Yeah. Well, what a country we live in. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hitting that bell notification. That way y'all know what I'm uploading. Hit the like button because it helps with the algorithm. It helps me reach a broader audience. And please let me know what y'all think about this, alright? Also, look out for the Unplugged Traveling Vlog channel. Link is in the description and pinned in the comments. And the latest video will be at the end of this video. So until next time, you guys, deuces.